O02. Welcome to the latest and greatest Street Kings podcast by me, Mickey Armstrong, here at the OCD Motors HQ. Joined today with the baddest Honda platform there is on the World Wide Web.
What is up, guys?
Mr. Kendrick Hondacenter. What's happening, man?
Hondacenter. I'm good, man.
You traveled, a big travel to get here today, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tell us a bit about that.
It was an hour and 30 minutes, but it turned out to 2 hours because of some weird traffic that happened.
New York stuff.
Yep, exactly. Just having a natural gas leak on the highway. I don't know what that's about, but
thank God. Hopefully nobody was smoking there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, and I smelled it too. I was like,
you smelled the gas? Fucking hell.
I'm like in the town that I was driving through because that's what I had to go through. I had to get off the highway and go through a town. But it is what it is. I made it here and, in this cold weather too, so.
Yo, man, it's why I go by Celsius. All the people in Ireland, a lot of people from Ireland will be watching this, and we go by Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So it was minus 17 this morning.
And they were
Celsius.
Yeah, well, I was up by me. It's a little colder because I'm more north, and I think it got down to like negative 20 or something last night.
Celsius?
No,
Fahrenheit. What?
Yeah, and
just that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit is zero, right?
Yeah.
So for it to be negative Fahrenheit
is crazy. Yeah. So I'm glad I wasn't working out there, but to the people that were working out there last night, because it was windy, so there's power lines and stuff going down. So those people that was out there, I give them props.
God bless them, man, keeping us going, right? Keeping the wheels
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, even me myself, I'm out there digging holes, fucking building gas stations during the day and that shit too. So I know how it is trying to dig the ground. It's just fucking frozen.
Exactly. Right now, man. Oh man. Well, that's the up north living that we do.
You get used to it, right?
Yup. And to the people, that have cars and stuff like that around these areas that, have to deal with this cold weather, and they try to, have their race cars out here in this cold weather.
Turbo weather.
Yeah.
Boost season usually, but this is really
give them
fucking
props.
bad.
I give them props,
And you're the man out there seeing them, so.
Exactly, and I get to see like the action from down south compared to up here. It's a lot different because during this time they get to go out there and race all the time.
All season long, right? It doesn't shut down.
Yeah, exactly. So for the racers that do get it in when it is brick. Out here, as they say,
freeze the balls of a brass monkey.
Yeah, brick. It's just different, and I'm glad I get to, be a part of it, and I never thought I would be a part of this. Like, when I was first getting into it, like, I didn't know if I was going to get into the street racing side or, or more into the track stuff, because it's just like, we were, like, the people I was surrounded by, it was just mostly going to, like, E-Town and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So, but when
English Town, that is, for people that don't know, right?
Yeah, when E-Town was a thing, and
you're a real OG of the game. You've been around for a while, kind of. When did you actually create Hondacenter?
I think I created it in 2013. I was 2013.
10 years ago now.
Yeah, and I think I was, I don't know, a freshman in high school, or maybe, I think I was a freshman in high school, but I was working at a body shop, and my friends all had Hondas there.
I was going to say, why Hondas? Like?
Yeah, they all had Hondas there, and I pretty much, that was the poison.
The baddest car around, the
yeah,
GSR,
I
right?
was like, wow. But, I do have a fond memory of when I was younger. I was probably like 7. I lived in Middletown, New York, and there was a guy in the little development I lived in, and I think he had a CRX. And like I still have
Boxy.
Yes. And that was probably, like I said, I was 7 years old. So that was probably like 2002.
Yep.
So I still have a memory of that. And I always remember I went up to the car, and like I remember him talking about his favorite car was a Ferrari F40. And like,
when he owned the CRX.
Yeah, and but like he was like, that's my dream car. But like you look at that car now, like me, I personally look at that car now and I'm like, yo, that car is amazing. So
That's an F40, dude.
yeah. So
It's our version.
I'm like, okay, like, you know, CRX is like, that's my thing now, you know, that's my Ferrari now. So
Yo, and
like,
the prices have came up so much they're fucking not far off of some Ferrari. You look at an original OEM SI.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't buy
pretty much that's all I'm into now is like, you know, just I'm all in the Hondas, you know, like that's pretty much the platform that I'm just so like involved in, really, like, and it's just from, you know, having those friends that I worked with.
You got a lot of big friends in the industry too.
Yeah. Now, and that's just from, you know, years of, you know, just staying consistent and you know, following all the like the trends and stuff that the Honda guys just, you know, follow
with it,
because they're like, the Honda scene is big, you know. And
worldwide, massive.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I'm from Ireland. And people say to me, "Oh, you know about Hondas?" I say, "You know, it's Ireland. It's not Mars." You know.
Yeah, exactly.
We get that shit too.
Yep. So now it's just like, you know, that I stayed consistent, and you know, I'm just doing the same. Like, I've been doing the same thing for years now, and it's just I stayed consistent. So now I just have a fan base and, you know, a big following, and I really truly want to just keep doing this and giving like the people back what I feel like they deserve, you know, because they put a lot of hard work into these builds, you know, and I feel like the scene kind of died down from back in the day when they had, you know, big front wheel drive dragsters and stuff like that at NHRA and stuff. So I'm just trying to, you know, bring that news media back to the scene, you know, to bring the light back, and so it can, you know, get looked at like some of these bigger industries like, you know, Formula Drift or F1, you know. I feel like the people have a good enough, they have good enough characters. We have good enough characters in our industry, you know, that could, you know, possibly, you know, get looked at. You know, like stars.
You go over and above on what you do, though. Like your platform.
I mean,
like
I try.
You make sure you do the features. You're figuring out what the drivers are doing with their personal life as well.
Exactly.
You know? When I first met you, it was at ATCO.
Yeah, exactly.
At Honda Day.
Yeah, I mean, I try to, you know.
You're there, you know. You're at all these events. You're putting in the work. You're there at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes when it's freezing or warm, whatever way you're looking at it.
Yep, I've done it all from you know, going to like 5 days of events. Like at World Cup, and World Cup is like, I don't know, that's pretty much where I feel like I get some of the best racing that I've ever like watched, and that's just side by side racing, and I'm just like lucky to be a part of that. Like, you know, just from having the platform of the Honda Center, I'm able to, you know, get to record that and go be a part of that atmosphere, and that's the baddest drag racing. You know, you get to watch, you know, Hondas break records there and stuff like that.
Time and time again, every year it gets faster.
And that's one of the things is like, people will like, they're like, oh, you know, Hondas aren't like, you know, the best or whatever. But, you know, you go to places like World Cup, and it's just a totally different atmosphere. Because
I love
Hondas,
seeing your top 10.
Yeah,
especially having a B. Like, people say, oh, B series is dead, this and that, and then you see the top 10 and B series,
yeah, exactly.
You know, and Hondas too, so
yeah,
they're killing.
Yep. And that's one of the things I made the top 10 list. Probably, I started off making the Outlaw top 10 list. I think that was in 2019, and I pretty much was just like, I'm just gonna make all the top 10 lists, and you know, try to collect as much data as I can on pretty much all the platforms: all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and
you know your shit, man. Like,
yeah,
you're not just out there clicking buttons, taking photos. You know, you eat and breathe this shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to
eat, sleep, race.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to build, you know, a platform, you know, that for the Honda industry, you know, like. And like I said, it's pretty big, and I feel like it can really be looked at, like, you know, differently. Like,
just for the people who don't know, like, how big is your platform?
Well, on Instagram, I think I have almost 90,000 followers. And, Facebook, I have like
A lot of people checking in, man.
Yeah, and then I have on Facebook I have like 200,000 followers. Yeah, and
for Hondas, you know, like you said, people don't realize.
And that's the thing is, you know, it's just now I'm a part of Automotive Racing Productions, and
the shirt on right there. I gotta get myself one of them bad boys.
Oh, the shirt repping, you know. Like that's what I'm a part of now. So I've been able to cross platforms and have basically, you know, you know, be able to mix up, you know, the Hondas and, you know, different other different race cars and stuff, you know, bring a different light. And that's pretty much what I want to do, you know. I want to show, like, you know, the other car, you know, people out there that, you know, Hondas are, you know,
where it's at.
Yeah, the Hondas are, you know, they're where it's at.
Yeah. And if they're not the best, they're one of the best. They're right up there. You know, I know everybody always says about V8s and muscle and this and that, but they're nowhere to be seen when it comes to this.
Exactly, you know. The way I look at it is, you know, Hondas, they make a lot of power. They, you know, they're consistent if you build them correctly. And, you know, now with that, you know, having so much technology, you know, being able to dive in and, you know, actually get all the power out of these little four bangers, you know, it is, you know, it's really starting to be a show of what these little 4 cylinders can do against, you know, these high-powered, you know, V8s and stuff like that. You know, they have big engines, you know, 4 more cylinders and
it's like 2 motors compared to us.
Exactly. And you know, like now that they've made these 4 cylinders capable of like being, you know, faster, you know, they're able to keep up with them because, you know, it's not all about making it so much horsepower, you know, it's all about, you know, how to put it down and being consistent.
The all-wheel drive really changed the business.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So, you know,
do you know who was the first one of the first out there doing the all-wheel drive?
I feel like, I mean, obviously there was people probably back in the day that, like I remember there was a guy, probably when I first got into this in 2014, he had an all-wheel drive coupe, and he was going to clean culture shows.
With a CRV setup?
I think so. I think it was a CRV setup or some. I know it was definitely all-wheel drive, and that was back then.
2014.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know. I just feel like people didn't know exactly how to go about it. Like actually know how to make power and how to make actually take the time and figure out the, you know, the parts and, you know, how to actually make it correctly until CLM came along and they actually
number one.
Yeah, they actually came and, you know, actually tried. I think they bought a blue car. I think it was a blue hatch from some guy, and I feel like that was pretty much where they started. And then they had Steven Oliveira. He was part of CLM. He's part of CLM, and he's the one that pretty much was like, all right, I'm gonna change my car over too, because Cunha bought a blue car.
Cunha's a mad scientist, man.
Cunha bought the blue car, and you know, they started messing with it, and Steve-O was like, "Oh, I guess I'll do that too," you know, and I feel like they went out and they failed, like terribly. They went out to World Cup and they broke everything. Like Jason Miller let them in the race and they just came out and broke everything, and
sometimes that's the only way to get strong, though, right?
After that, they because World Cup's the last event of the year, you know, and if you live up north, like it's alright. You know, you get to take some time off. You get some time off. You do, you know, do some changes, and you come back next season. And they did, and you know, that was when E-Town was still around, and I miss it because that was just like the place to go. And it was only 2.5 hours from me, so it wasn't too terrible. But like that was just like the environment there was just so different, and you know, I miss it. Like E-Town was the place. Like, that was my favorite track.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my favorite track.
I've heard a lot about it. Like,
yeah, that was definitely my favorite track, and you know, if it was still there, it'd be my favorite.
what do you think about all these tracks closing down? Like a lot of Flora and
oh man, it's terrible.
I feel like I want to ask everybody that question.
The reason why I feel like, you know, the tracks are closing down is just, you know, people are just taking over America. Like, you know, the wrong people are just taking over America, and I mean, people
hands are shifting.
Yup, and people are letting, you know,
the fucking balloon flying across the sky and all the other days, you know?
The
balloons.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't think that's correct. You know, like there's a lot of, you know, wrong things going on in our country, and you know, it's sad to say.
And there always has been. You know, it's
and it's sad to say. You know, like me being, you know, in the I'm a Marine. You know, I've been like I'm in the military. You know, I've been overseas. I wasn't in like, you know, combat or anything like that. You know, but I've like.
What was your thought process on joining?
You know, it's I wanted to become a Marine. You know what it was like. You know, I think that is
that
different.
respect. You know, thank you for your service. You know, you're a real man. You want to, especially a Marine, one of the hardest people on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I didn't go in like at a wartime, so it's like, you know,
but you still did the training and all.
Exactly. So I mean, I didn't get to, you know, combat or anything like
Where
that.
were you
but
stationed?
I got to. I went to Japan.
Oh,
so
shit.
yeah, I got to
Nagasaki, is that right?
No, I went to Okinawa.
Okinawa. Sorry.
Yeah, so I went to Okinawa and I got to see all the cars out there, man, and it was definitely awesome. Like that experience was different. You know how you like go out here and you see Corvettes and Mustangs everywhere. Over there you see RX-7,
JDM everywhere.
Yeah, RX-7,
Skylines,
Supers, Skylines, like,
and then the shit we don't get. R34 stages,
yes. And everything that you don't get over here.
Laurels, Nissan Laurel,
yes.
Soar, all that shit.
Yep.
Because in Ireland we get all that.
Oh wow!
Because in Ireland we're right-hand drive.
Oh yeah, that's
so
awesome.
Anything they have, we get.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I had to retrain everything when I came. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whole shifting gears with a different hand and all. You know what I mean? The whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Retraining your whole.
The whole thing, everything out the window, brand new again. I mean, but that's, you learn it. You pick it up.
Of course. And that's one of the things is like to see all the stuff that's happening in the country now is just like, oh man, like
especially for signing up to sign your life to give your life for these people. You know?
That's the thing is like if anything ever happened, like I'd be there. You know, like
would you go again if they call if the phone rings today? You're going.
And that's the thing is like, you know, we're seeing how, you know, China's just flying a balloon over. They're not doing anything. It's just like
it's funny. They're making memes. They're making a laugh out of it. You know.
I feel like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like it's like why wouldn't we, you know, like
do something
about that? It's like what's inside?
Making us look like
comics,
you know?
What I want to know is if they're nervous that something's actually in that balloon. Like something like they're just. What if like China would just float a nuke over?
But the fact that shit even made the news and wasn't took down before someone took a photo of it is alarming to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's like why the fuck?
What can they do? Yep.
Yeah, but why was no radar pick that shit? Did not pick that up on the way in?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that shit just rolled in, and then News 12 was able to get a photo of it, or little Randy on the beach or whatever. You know, before the fucking army got it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
all that technology. Where were you?
Yo, man, this
scary. Yeah.
It's this country right now.
And the TikTok thing that fucking blows my mind.
Yes,
man. Blows my mind. It's porn.
Yeah.
Straight fucking porn. You can't look at everything you look at. You know, it's ass, titties, fucking this.
Yes,
it's
crazy.
Wild. It's just infecting your brain. Like, and they say that's spyware, legit spyware. That's what they're using that for. Like that's a weapon.
Yep.
But a lot of people don't seem to take it on board. But
and it's mind controlling. You know, that's what it really comes down to.
You can't put the phone down. If it's bad enough, your phone was bad enough. But these days, it's so hard to put it. Even that's why I can't love the podcast because you put your fucking phone away for an hour.
And you get to watch.
Speak to a human being again for a change. You know what I mean? Like this shit's fucking wild. That's just dying.
Yeah, it really is, man.
It's dying.
It really is, and that's one of the things that I realized recently because I gotten shown like with my platform. Yes, I'm so into media, and I have to stay up to date.
Yeah.
I have to stay up to date with everything, and I try to be. And sometimes you have to take mental breaks throughout the day. And it's one of my things is reading a book. It's one of the things that I feel like everybody should do. You need sometimes to take a mental break, and you forget that because all you're doing is just being on your phone on these social media sites. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm all for it, but TikTok,
it's great technology,
but TikTok and stuff, I don't know, I feel like it's just really, a lot.
When I started the detailing, so it was the only platform I didn't have, so I said, fuck it, I'll make a TikTok, try and get more followers, try and get more exposure, this, that, and I hope that's still warm for you.
Yeah, and I just
heat your belly up. So you give him the good cup, he's VIP. So, but yeah, when I started detailing, I said I'm going to make a TikTok. And I must have had it for, she has it, she uses it all the time. She still uses it. She loves watching the dances and all that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing
and you don't want to take that away from people, but when I'm looking at it, and us being us fellas, if you like a girl or you like something, that's all you get then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it learns what it thinks you want to see, and it just floods you with it.
Yes, the cookies that.
And then all of a sudden, you're just fucking stuck to that.
Yep. And that's one of the things is kids have that. So.
Oh, I didn't see it till I was fucking 14, 15, you know what I mean? These kids are seeing everything now. They got full access,
Yep.
And you know what the mother and father does now too, if the kid's bored, here, take that.
Yeah.
Take that iPad, take that phone. Just give me a minute, and I can't blame the parents either, because that's normal stuff.
Yep. And it's just sad right now.
But we never had that, my mother told me go play with the buses.
Go
play with traffic.
Yep. I was definitely outside, and that's how I got to see that guy with the CRX. It was I was outside on the outside of my development, riding my bike all the time, and then I was riding my bike. I literally remember pulling up to the guy and talking about the car, and I still had that vivid memory, pulling up to the CRX and asking the guy about the car and asking him what his favorite car was and stuff. And I was only 7 years old, and I still have that memory. And as I got older, I'm wow, it's cool to I really did Hondas even when I was 7 years old.
Right in the back of the head, it was there.
Yeah. So now I'm just deep in the platform. So
I was going to ask you, have you ever you built a car or you're building a car?
Yeah, I definitely. That was one of the things is when I was
you're obviously so busy with this, it's fucking hard,
Yeah, when I was 16, that's what got me into Hondas, really, because
How old are you now?
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah,
baby, young man.
When I was with my friends at the shop, I was all right, I'm gonna get a Honda too, so I bought a 4-door.
I like 4-door.
Yep.
EK?
No, it was a 4-door EK, and
make them real nice, man. VIRS ones look gorgeous.
Yep. And what I did to it, I pretty much redid everything. The suspension, I did a whole engine rebuild, and
B series.
No, I was 16, so I didn't really know what I was.
Single?
Single cam.
Yeah, it works.
It was
it works. We had them too back in Ireland.
Piston to rod
I met Tommy Brady years ago. They had a single, and they wired a 5th injector into it, and they had wires coming out the hood in the window, and you would connect the wires when you got to 5,000 RPM, and it would dump more fuel. It's terrible,
Yeah.
And that's how we worked it, because we had a P20 ECU. There was no fucking Honda and none of that shit.
Exactly.
And Tommy would say, hit it. And I would hit it, and the boost would go. We wired a 5th injector, and that's how we did it.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things is I have stories like that too. Just me and my friends.
Shouts to Tommy Brady, good man.
Yeah, shout out to Tommy.
Hey, yo, he's one of the best drivers I've ever seen in my life. Man.
Oh, man.
Guy's short guy, stocky, but this boy can drive.
And where
back home in Ireland.
I was out in Ireland.
He can drive anything
awesome.
too. Bikes, cars, anything. Yeah. I gotta get him over here one day. I'll introduce you to him.
It's funny. I'm Irish. Myself. Yeah.
Holy shit! Do you know the whereabouts of how from?
I mean, if I looked at my ancestry, yeah, but
where's the other side from then?
I'm Nigerian and Scottish.
Holy shit, that's some mix, man.
Yeah, man. And that's all from ancestry.
My last name's Scottish. I'm Irish, like through and through, but my last name's Armstrong, so I got a Scottish last name.
Okay. See, that's one of the things. Is like my last name is Spanish, so I don't know.
Daval or
Daval. Like, I don't know how I got Spanish last name, but I mean it is. It's
whatever
Spanish.
Works, right?
Yeah, but I'm not Spanish. I don't know.
And you never spoke Spanish? You kind of look Spanish. You know what I mean? You would think.
I
thought you were Spanish, to be honest.
I am not. I'm not Spanish.
Public service announcement, Kendrick Daval from the Honda Center is not Spanish.
Yeah,
Don't say que paso, nada, he doesn't want to know.
Yeah. 100%.
That's fucking funny.
So, now, that's one of the things is now I'm not, I don't know. There's just so much to do now. I was so...
I was going to say, but where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, so I really will have, little events right now, and I plan to have bigger events in the future. But in the next five years,
I
definitely having little no prep events.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I want to do.
Right.
I feel like that scene is definitely awesome.
There's one for it.
Yeah.
You see what we do with Fat Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Fat Boy knows how to organize a party. I tell you, I fucking broke my tranny last week. But that's part of it. You know what I mean? That's all part of it. Then I just got the car built. CLM did their thing. It was nobody's fault. Kuna told me when I got the car back. He said, "Your clutch, your tranny's gonna go." He wasn't fucking far wrong. So.
And that's one of the things is Cunha. Oh man, when back in 2014 when I got into this, I knew Cunha because my friends.
He's a really cool guy, man.
Yeah, my friends were
so
going
Ricky.
to him.
I really like Ricky too.
My friends were going to him as a tuner. That was my friend's tuner.
And they demand this different type of professionalism that I haven't experienced yet. When you go to them, you almost feel like your questions are numbered. It's like, yo, ask me what you need to ask me, and that's it. So all they want to talk about is your car. You know what I mean? They want to do it right. And that's
Ricky and Cunha. They were always been good.
A month my car was in. They came back, not a fingerprint.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that they're really professional. And they've always been really professional. They knew what they wanted when they were getting into this, and they still to this day are still going hard at it.
Yeah. And
I give them nothing but respect. When I first got into this, that was my friend's tuner. I had my friend Ricky and Sean and Fabi, and they're all going to him. My friend Fabi had a CRX that he went. And that was before I even met them. I met them. I was a kid in high school. They were in the body shop already. That was one of my first jobs, working in the body shop. And they were much older than they were much older. Yeah, exactly. They were much older than me. So, they still brought me around, and I got to hang out with them, and that's what pretty much got me into the Hondas. And now I back. Now that I get to see these guys, Cunha still is awesome. Still doing it. Yeah, because back in the day, I think we were in Newark. Cunha had a little shop in Newark, and
he's always been in Jersey.
Yeah,
he's from Jersey, right?
Yeah, I think he started in pretty much in the Newark area, and that's when I met him. And I went to the shop. It was a small little shop, and I still have a vivid memory walking in the Cunha shop, and there was literally an alligator in there.
A real fucking alligator?
There was a real alligator.
What are you making, shoes?
Yo, I don't know. I was
you want a jacket?
They were like, yo, go in the back, Kendrick. I was like, alright, what's back there? And I go back there. I went back there, and I'm like, oh, nah. I'm going.
What size was this thing?
I'm going.
How big was it?
It fit in a tank, so it had to be 4 feet. But
enough to do damage?
Yeah, it's still I was like, what is
Did it look at you when you walked in?
Yeah.
Snapping at all?
Nah.
No?
It was in the tank, but I was
it was in the tank. Alright,
yeah,
okay.
I wasn't just out. I mean, if it was out, I would have been, nah. Oh.
That's right, man. I thought you walked in and thing's fucking looking at you.
Oh, nah, I would have not been in there. Nah, I would have been out. But
was it a pet?
I guess so. I guess Cunha had a pet alligator. I don't know if I was
He
supposed
was
to say
in
that.
Up in the horsepower.
Yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but yeah,
No, he didn't have a pedal. It was in Mexico. It's alright. You can have anything you want in Mexico.
Exactly. And I was just pretty much just like, wow, like this is CLM.
These guys are legends.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these guys are crazy. And it was always the Godfather boost. Like that's always remembered Cunha. There's the Godfather boost.
The Section 8, that's part of their team? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much me and my friends, we started building their car, and that's pretty much what, like, we got closer with Cunha from that, because we were constantly at Cunha's. And
Car's beautiful.
Yeah, at that time.
I seen it down there as well.
What's it called? At that time, we were going to Cunha's all the time, and they started, like I said, they started with that blue car, and then they had another car that they kept breaking all the time, and then they finally went out one year in Englishtown, and the car started going like, you know, low eights, and then
now you're moving.
Yeah, and then that's it. That's they were like, okay, well, we figured this out, and then that went 788, and that was like they didn't even go like 799. They went 788. And they were just
way
pretty
over
much,
the bar.
Yeah, they were pretty much like, all right, we got this figured out. And ever since then, like that, like Section 8 was consistent. And then, my favorite time with that car was when they went to they were at a World Cup, and they won almost every round until the last round.
And it broke?
No. They didn't want to bump in. Both racers did not bump into the beams, and it was very late at night. So they they were like, Jason Miller just backed them up, and we're like, yeah, y'all not racing, and go home. Yo,
what?
Yeah, at the
That's
very
a weird
last
one,
round,
huh?
and it was crazy.
So
because,
what do you mean? You mean just for the people that don't know? That means you didn't turn the light on the tree, right?
Yeah, yep.
You didn't roll up.
Yep.
So when you roll up, for people that don't know, you get your staging light. Your first light comes on, second light, then you get your yellows, and you're going.
Yep. And they did not.
And they wouldn't.
Yeah,
they did have to burn each other down sometimes.
Yeah,
It's like a man game.
They burned each other down, and you know.
That's like fighters fucking on the stage,
and
squaring off.
That
right?
pretty much, that race is pretty much what like turned everybody's heads. Like, yeah, I mean they won 7. I think they won 769 testing before World Cup, but that race when they made it to the last round, like with a new setup in a car, and everybody was just like, all right, we're building all-wheel drive cars. Like there was so many people after that, like figuring. I mean, they went to Cunha to figure it out. It was different. It was pretty much like the biggest tuners out. They had people that were coming to them and you know going fast, like, and now like it's just crazy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The S1, I asked 5 and stuff, and I'll probably ask anybody that knows anything every time, but I want to go all-wheel drive eventually. Yeah. But FCS or S1, like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they're...
Both good?
Yeah. I mean, they're... FCS races, they're a solid company, and so is S1 Built. Like, I mean, I wouldn't down-talk them at all. Like, they're very solid companies. Jason's a good dude. I don't really know the owner of S1 Built, but, you know, I know Jason Park, and...
I see both companies doing amazing work.
Yeah. FCS Race, like, I know Jason. Like, I met him before, and he has... It was a crazy story, you know. He started in a little... I think he started out of his car, you know.
What?
Yeah. So, you know, to see, you know, where he's at now, it's like, all right, it's good.
Like, he did, like... Fixing cars out of it, like part out, or
I forget what he was doing exactly, but I know
and that's a massive company now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and
the way I love the way they finish their stuff too. It looks industrial looking.
Oh
like,
my god,
you know,
that's important. You know,
I like that
important.
Shit.
Professional.
Even S1, I like that, but the chrome shit's I don't know. If it's a little flash for me, like but
exactly.
But it still works, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, it still works.
That's all that matters.
And that's one of the things. Like you know, like I said, Jason's story. It's crazy, and like it recently was even more crazy because of what happened to the FCS race car, you know.
Yeah, that was fucking nuts, right?
Man, Woke up.
That was just
STS
fast.
race.
Yep. Crashed.
He was
Hit the
trying
wall
to
hard, right?
Oh man, he's trying
Hard.
to get that 7-second pass for so long. And I feel like
I was
feel
flooded, man, when I was
you
reading.
know, I feel for him. Like he was trying to get that 7-second pass so bad.
There's a couple of crashes at World Cup, I believe, right?
Yeah. I mean,
The kid, Slow and Tiger, I think.
no, Slow Integra.
I follow him. I don't know. He does the raffles and stuff too. I don't know if he crashed the World Cup.
No,
or
that
crashed
was in Florida.
Was it Florida? Okay.
Slow Integra Pablo is my guy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, it's funny that you said
I follow
that.
him. He's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's funny that you said
He
that.
went to meet fucking some guy for a billet fucking tranny case in the fucking airport.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what?
Yeah,
This man's dedicated.
It's funny how I met Pablo because I was one time
He's doing raffle stuff and all too. I love to see people doing well, man.
Yeah. Like I said, the funniest thing, I met Pablo when I was first getting the Honda Center. When I first made the Honda Center, I was living in Monticello, Monticello, New York, and I was working at that shop. I was still in high school, and I pretty much like forgot about it for a while. I got made it. I had like 2,000 followers, and I was pretty much going off of Clean Culture. You ever heard of Clean Culture?
I don't think.
All right, so Clean Culture was
Maybe
pretty much a car click, like a car click up where I lived in Orange County, and it's pretty much going off
Orange County, is that right? Like OCC?
Yeah, yeah. So up in Orange County, and they pretty much like they were getting big, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I have this page now. Like, maybe I'll get big like them. Yeah, maybe I'll get a bit like a big page like them. And
look at you now, man.
Yeah. That's one of the things. Is like,
the first time you the first time you shared me on, like I said, I actually wrote, "Mama, I made it." Like when the Honda Center shares your fucking picture, or you get I don't know what you call it, the fucking feature.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
when you get featured by Honda Center, bro, it's like, holy, you just hit the fucking lottery, because all your work's in that's your dream, and then somebody else is appreciating it, like and then now you got people commenting, oh my god, your bill's this, and it's a beautiful feeling, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things,
that's what it does for the people you're doing it for.
That's what I try to bring is, like, media to where and like bring livelihood to where it's due, like bring the respect.
And then you see me at the track, you came running right up to me, and I didn't even know, because I didn't know what you look like, because you're the man behind the lens, you know what I mean? You do the work, but nobody knows who you are. This is the first time I feel privileged. I'm like, I'm taking the mask off. Here he is. But it's fucking nuts. So you came up to me and you were like, yo, Mickey, I'm Kendrick from Holland. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what's happening, man?
And that's one of the things.
Now you're somebody, bro. You're really appreciated for what you do.
That's one of the things. Is like now it's like I just gotta keep going. Like I had a vision when I first started this, and that was just like I said, have a following like Clean Culture, because I felt like
Are they still around now?
Yeah, they're huge. Like they're huge. Like they're having an event in Japan right now.
Wow.
Yeah, like
I think I know who you're talking about. Then
coming from
I was thinking a small
area. From my area, Japan is awesome. They had a lot of following from the area. So like me, what I did, I was into something different. They were into having car shows and stuff like that. I followed drag racing. Yeah, like that's what I got into. Like, and it's funny because we even like me and my friends, we built a car. We even brought it to one of the shows. Like, and they had like a race car in the brought it in with slicks and stuff like that at like a car show for like stance cars and stuff like that.
Okay, right.
So I had that, and brought it in the 2-step there. So it's cool. It's cool, and to be in a level like that now is awesome, But I want to have a different platform than them, because I want to be into racing. I don't I love car shows and stuff like that. But I'm all for racing. Like that's the competitiveness.
You want to be with the energy.
Yeah,
you want to be with the excitement.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a sport.
It is a sport.
Yeah, so
not Olympics.
That's the way I look at it. I look at this as a sport, especially like, how can I say it? Like the street stuff is I don't know, it's like the minor leagues, and then when you get to the track, that's the major leagues. Like, that's the way I look at it, because, you know, and it's just messed up, because I wish there was more money in this, because the guys, they, like, if you guys get from street racing and go to the track, it's even more money, you know, and it's more expensive.
Yep.
And
you gotta get there.
Yeah.
And you gotta trailer the car,
exactly.
you gotta bring the fucking dog.
Yeah. Yep. And, you know, to follow all the rules and regulations is very expensive.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Yep. So to do that and not have any, you know, type of help from sponsors and stuff like that is it's insane, you know. And back in the day, that wasn't a problem, you know, like, and I feel like if, you know, people would take it more seriously, they would definitely have some type of, you know, investors more in the industry.
Yep. To
see, like, how, like, you know, we're spend money where it should be, you know, spent. You know, I mean, there has to be more money in our industry, and I feel like if, you know, people would work together more, like promoters and such, there would be. That's one of the things now is, like, you know, in the X front-wheel drive community that I follow with the fastest, you know, front-wheel drive cars, is that there's so many.
It's coming up in Brett Denton, right?
Yeah. There's an event coming up next month in March, March 3rd through the 5th. It's
You covering?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be down there. Thanks to JBR Engines.
They put in the work too, right?
Those are my guys. They get me down to Florida. Yep, they get me down to Florida, so I go hang out with them.
They sponsor you to go down? That's amazing.
Yeah, so when I get to go down there and I hang out with them, and, you know, get to see their shop, and, you know.
How does that work then? You shoot for them, or you're shooting whatever you want, and then if they want something shot, you come along and.
That's pretty much what I do. I mean, I go out there and like, I work. Of course, I work with Jason and
because this is a living. It's not just a hobby, right?
Exactly. I mean, I pretty much, like, you know, work with Jason, and then I pretty much you go out and get the, you know, coverage and get to meet all the guys, and that's one of the things is, like, I don't get in front of the camera. I mean, I'm
behind it
mostly, so I really don't, you know, go and, like, get live interviews with the guys or anything like that. But
would that be something you would do in the future, you think?
I mean, like I said, I really, really want to host events. Like, I mean, I'll be there. Yeah, I want to, like, you know, be the promoter in the events. So I'm gonna, like, that's what I'm gonna do in the next, like I said, like, where you're gonna be in 5 years. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So
I'll be there. I'm gonna be there with you, bro.
Yeah, we have, you know, trust me, there's some things in the works, but I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But there's definitely
just let it happen.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's some things gonna happen. So
you're a highly motivated man. If there's anything in your brain,
if
you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things is, like, when I first got into this, I was like, what do I really want to do with, like, having a page like that? And it was like Clean Culture, they're having car shows, and I was like, well, I want to have my own event. But, you know, I haven't, you know, I was in the military for a while, and I, you know, I wasn't consistent with, like, I wasn't around, you know.
Still a young man too, though, you know.
Yeah, but I wasn't around the action, like. But I worked with my friend Gianni, and he was back over here in Florida building the Honda Center, and I'm thankful that he was, because he was actually able to, you know, go around Florida and, you know, get to meet racers and stuff like that through the Honda Center. You know, some people still think that I'm him, and he, like, some people think that, yeah. And it's funny, but you know, it like Gianni, like, we don't really work together anymore, but but
it's still
I'm sure
chapter.
I'm sure like down the road, me and Gianni are gonna work together. But you know, like, I'm just thankful that he was there doing that, because, you know, I was still doing my thing, you know, in the background. But when I got back, I pretty knew
how many years right there?
that's you have to do 4.
Four.
So,
Mandatory, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like when you how can I say it? When you come back, like when I got back, like I was just like I knew exactly what I wanted to do because they pretty much set you up when you get out of the military. They pretty much tell you like, you know, what are you gonna do when you get out? Like,
Yep.
You have to have a plan.
And they put that in your head.
Yeah. So like I pretty much came up with a plan. It was pretty much a 1-year plan of like what I want to do. And you know, some people
1 year. Most people 10 years, 20 years. Yeah, I want this shit now.
Yeah, so they were pretty much like, well, it was through them. Like, what are you gonna do?
Okay.
So, that's the thing is like pretty much, I was like, all right,
where did the camera thing come from?
that's the thing. I was like, what am I like? What can I do when I get back? You know. So I was like, all right. I need to be able to, you know, make money and do this at the same time. So I could just pretty much came up with a plan to mainly, you know, so I can get around into these events is to, you know, work with the people that I've always, you know, worked with, you know, going and show support to. And I'm thankful that I got to start out with those companies last year. And they were like the first people to get on board with the Honda Center and being able to get sponsored and stuff like that. So now, you know, now having, you know, sponsors and stuff like that, it was easier to get around when I got back. So that was one of the first things that I wanted to do was
gives you a bit of a crutch. You know,
yeah, not to be able to like pay to get to the places because I'm pretty much giving. Like the pictures and stuff like that is like
you're providing the service, and then you gotta pay to provide the service.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I wanted, and you know now I have more. Just like that's pretty much what I wanted for the Honda Center, you know, and like just to start out for that 1 year. That's pretty much that was a 1-year plan, and you know now I have a you know
added a bit.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things in store now. You know that happened. I like in that plan. I didn't expect all the things that happened. You know,
well, it starts to snowball, and you start to pick up other things.
Exactly.
Or fucking shit pushes you back, and you gotta go back step and then come forward again.
I'm thankful for the last year that I had because you know it was just got deep. Like I got to go out into the street racing world that I never was a part of.
I watch you, bro. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I've been since I met you, but you're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean when I first got into this, it was pretty much, you know, with my friends and like they didn't really street race up in you know our little Mexico.
Yeah.
They didn't really like have around my time like a lot of action. So I mean I did get some. Yeah, I did get some, but I didn't know about like traveling, you know, down to New York City and stuff like that. I didn't really think about it. And you know, when I got back, I think Ty Boogie hit me up. He was like, "Yo,
Ty Boogie, the legend."
Yeah, he said, "Come out with me." And you know, I went out and yeah, I was just from there. I was like, "Yo, no, this is awesome."
Yo, Ty is the original OG of this, right?
Yo, man, Ty, like I love Ty because
I asked him to come on. He hasn't got back to me yet.
Yeah,
so
when I first got into this, you know, that was one of the people that I looked to as a mentor because
he's a real gentleman.
Yeah,
he's so fucking down to earth.
He was so respectful to me when I met him, and like that's how I've always known Ty. Is that he's been respectful to everybody.
Everybody knows him too.
Yeah, so you know, I met Ty, and you know, I was friends with him ever since. And I think I met him in E-Town. Like that was the first time I met him, and like you know, that's pretty much he's out there with his brother, Mr. Nugent. And I took pictures of his brother, so he was reposting them because it was his brother.
Yeah.
So you know, I was like, oh yeah, I want Ty Boogie now. Like,
he's so humble. Even me, like I tag him and stuff, like anything I put, and he reposts shit. Like guy's got a huge following, but he's just so down to earth. He's a real good dude.
And that's
got an all-wheel drive EG now too. Ooh,
Yeah,
that shit is
thing is-
nasty.
I'm glad to see Ty doing that. Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Doing
what
raffles
I
and
wanted to
all.
see.
He's
Yep,
fucking.
that's exactly what I wanted to see Ty do.
Yeah.
Like,
He deserves it more than anybody.
yeah. I mean,
Because you've been putting in the work longer than anybody.
Yeah.
He probably give a lot of these people out here doing it the idea.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things is like when I first got into this, it was like
It's cool that you said that too. You said, you
Yeah.
gave him props. That's
Oh,
where you
yeah,
got the
Ty.
idea, you know?
yeah, like
There's a
I
lot of
said,
people
Ty
who-
was my mentor.
Yeah.
Ty was like, "Yo, come out! Like, I want to see what you do out here."
And look what he made.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm so into it now, and I'm gonna dive deeper into it. Going to Mexico. So like, there's
The flights get expensive to Mexico,
yeah,
people.
man. So I'll be definitely.
What do you think the Mexican police say? Like, do you think they go through
Yo.
all the fucking hashtags?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going
exactly.
on?
Yeah,
But seriously, because in Ireland and England and all, they do it too. Mexico, people have latched onto it now. That it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
So
I
street
can
racing
imagine.
only happens in Mexico.
I can
Like,
only imagine, man, what people will be thinking.
yo, imagine being a Mexican official looking that shit up. What the fuck is going on?
Yo, they would just be like, yeah, I don't know what is going on in the country, but we need to figure out.
We need to sort this shit. A lot of car crime going on.
Oh man, that's the thing. I've been hashtagging Mexico since I first started this.
I remember seeing it for the first time and saying, "Are people racing in Mexico?"
Yeah.
Because I thought they
Oh
were
my
actually.
god. Yo,
So I
people-
know people who don't know about cars. That's what they think.
Oh my god.
They think
people
we're
hit me
going to
up
Mexico.
Every time, like I
We are going to Mexico. Sorry.
Every time, yeah, well, we are going to Mexico. Every time I like, use the Mexican hashtag or like put it in my story, someone's like, "Oh, you're in Mexico. That's awesome." Like the crazy stuff you do in Mexico. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
exactly where we
I
are.
love
But
it.
it's better that they
Yeah.
say it like that
Yeah.
though, because then it means it's work. You know what I mean? It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And
Because we don't need to be getting in trouble for this shit.
nah.
It's just bigger crimes out there than what we're.
yeah.
Do
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
god.
Fucking rapists, pedophiles, this, that, the
Yes.
other, and people are going to chase us over a couple of fucking cars.
Yeah,
Bullshit,
that-
you know what I mean?
And this is the thing. This has always been around. Like people have always done this, and like they focus. Sometimes they focus on the wrong things with the law enforcement, and that's one of the things. Like I truly don't feel like we do anything wrong. We just have a good time.
Yeah. The traffic, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, we're pretty respectful. Like, you look at a concert, right? They leave garbage, they pull shit down, they wreck it. We don't even leave no litter. Oh, we the 2 tire marks. That's it. 4 tire marks.
That's it.
You know what I
On
mean?
the road we paid for.
Correct. You couldn't have said it better. On a road we fucking paid for. You know what I mean? And then when it gets broke, we're gonna pay to fix it
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna pay to fix it too. So, that's. I mean,
In cars that are licensed, insured, registered, fucking our own property, not stolen,
Yep.
put together with hopes and dreams. What the fuck are we really doing now?
yeah, exactly.
And it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and I mean, we try to stay away from people who.
Yeah, we do our best.
Yeah,
I feel like it's for something that's not professional. I feel like we're very professional.
Oh
at it.
yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, we're in the minor leagues.
Mhm.
That's what we do. We're in the minor leagues.
When you're out there, man, it's crazy. Like, I'm sitting there the other day trying to get my tunnel vision and all going, and next thing, and then the boys showed up, and that's why my tranny broke.
Oh man.
And we were an 8-car shootout ready to go, and I'm at the start line waiting, and I was lined up with a K24 Andre. You should look him up. Have you seen his Instagram?
I think so. I think I.
Dan
met him
Reddy
out-
it was before, now it's K24 Andre.
I think I met him out there.
Yo, he's a
before.
pretty kid.
Yeah.
Built the car himself, fucking in his driveway, It's
That's
fucking
awesome.
he's a young kid, and
That's
he
awesome.
can drive.
He's out there trying to line it up
Right.
next to you.
He was lined up next to me, no problem,
Yeah.
and I was scared. The boy can drive. I don't know. I'm like, it's good. This guy can drive. That's how good he is. He doesn't miss. And he's getting the car to leave, and that's all more.
That's awesome. Like that's awesome to
I
have
love
young
to see
kids.
it, man. Yeah,
It's
man.
I like to see like younger kids into this is awesome, and me being part of the new generation, that's what I try to do. Is I see the OGs, they don't know nothing about this new media technology stuff, but I'm here to try to bring the livelihood to our scene, because like I said, the OGs, they're still out here, but they don't know how to go about media correctly. But
Because they're not into that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not Game Boy people.
Yep. But I mean, one of the things is like, I feel like they need to be now.
Because
they need to start transferring to that. Yeah, they need to start transferring to that.
Evolving.
So, oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Evolving, because that's the only way sponsors are going to look at them correctly right now. That's the only way sponsors are going to make money. You know, that's the only way they're going to be able to make money, is that you have to have a personality. You have to show your personality, and or you have to be good at what you do. Like, you know,
and you don't have to show personality. Yeah, that's very rare.
Exactly. Not the sponsor's not going to really want.
But then look on the other side. There's people who have no talent at all but have a personality, and everybody's looking at them.
Yeah.
So the personality works a lot more than the talent sometimes. You know, talent only takes you so far.
Yup. I mean, like I said, there's so many characters in this. They just don't know how to go about.
They deserve to be shown too.
They just don't know how to go about getting shown. So it's just like, you know, I'm trying to be there for them as much as possible.
Like this maniac, Cedric.
Yeah.
You follow him?
Yeah. Oh my God, fast guy.
Yeah,
like I
funny
said,
bastard.
like CLM, like when I first got into CLM was, you know, what I was into, and fast guy,
funny bastard, bro.
Fast guy Ricky. Like that was the thing. Like when I first got,
hell of a driver thing.
Yep. When I first got into this, like me and my friends, we built a car, and we went fast as fuck with it. We spent like 4 or 5 years just like working and just finding new ways to make it go faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, finding new parts,
taking parts out,
stripping parts out, and you know, we started off with Cunha.
Mm-hmm.
And what we went there for years. I'm talking about for well, when we started building the car, it was like 3 or 4 years, and then the 4th year, like, just felt like just wanted the car to go a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
We were like,
give me some more.
Yeah,
like a crackhead.
Yeah,
just another little hit.
And we felt like Cunha was like, he's a conservative type of person, like. You want to make
noticed
power.
That with my car.
Yeah, you're gonna make power.
It feels safe.
Yeah,
the car feels like you can and
exactly.
You don't have to worry. You know.
Yep, and that's
like a ticking time bomb. It does not feel like that. When you look at the fucking wideband, it's rich. There's no lean. You know, it's.
Yep, and that's one of the things is like Cunha is good for that. You know, and like.
People usually try and push everything that they can get out of it, and then the shit lasts fucking 10 minutes.
Nah, and you're not gonna like I mean,
it's good for dyno reading.
If you want to keep racing your car like that, it's not going to work.
No.
It's consistency. That's the only thing.
It's usually an ego thing because they want to see numbers on a fucking printout.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask for a printout.
Yeah, nah.
He told me what the car is. He says, your car made 500, and he said it was too lean, so I turned it down.
Yeah, okay.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And no printout. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Cunha knows what he's doing. Cunha knows what he's doing. Like, and he, like I said.
Real professional.
Yeah. Like then that's
you just know the way they speak to you, you know, and you know that they have experience that can't be bought. You know, it's like they've been around for a long fucking time. They've made all the mistakes, you know.
And that's the thing. Cunha is.
It was actually Cedric that sent me there. Fast guy.
Cunha's still out there getting it, like
driving, right?
Fast, yeah, I mean he's still driving.
Mm-hmm.
He
Ricky driving.
His cars are still going fast. He got Ricky and Fast Guy into that Bradenton, event. Like, then that's awesome, Like the like.
How do you pronounce it?
Bradenton.
Bradenton.
Yeah, Bradenton.
I say it funny.
It is what
funny accent.
It is what it is. I love Bradenton. That's my new favorite track.
Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida. Yep. I don't know if I can move closer to that track. That's what I would love to do. Because
Florida's nice, man. You know, you don't have to deal with this shit. Fucking your breath while you're indoors. You know what I mean? It's fucking shit.
That's the thing. I mean, that's one of the things that people are like, oh, it's so hot. Like,
I want that shit. Cold. That ain't a complaint.
I'm kind of cold. I've been 26 years in the cold.
It makes you tough, It makes you fucking resilient, Because I see 90-year-old women out shoveling their fucking driveways when it snows, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some crazy jobs outside in the snow, and it definitely does make you tough.
It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Nah, definitely. I used to run cable.
Cable. You pulling or pulling? Are you pushing or pulling? That's a famous line when you're running that job, right?
That was, oh my man, that was a crazy time. We were working outside and stuff like that. That's why I said, like,
Put the hairs on your chest.
yeah, like, you know, coming, like, even today, like the people working outside right now, give them much respect.
No, God bless them. And they keep the wheels of the world turning for us, you know. But without them, we're all fucked. Speaking of toughness, so I wanted to ask you, who do you think is the current king of the street, in your opinion?
Ooh.
It's a mad question, but I'll throw it out there.
Well, front wheel drive.
I would say just, it's a hard one to, like, you know, but, like, probably, like, most well-known, fastest, you know, like, a all package, you know what I mean? Like, somebody that doesn't just do one part of it, they do.
That's the thing. People
hard,
really
man.
don't. No, I know exactly. Stupid Fast Asian. I feel like he has the most consistent.
Stupid Fast Asian?
Yup.
That's the handle on Instagram?
Yup. I feel like he has the most fastest all-wheel drive car consistently right now. I mean, he does 5.2 in the 8th. That's his thing. Is no prep, and you know you don't see that. Like, you don't see a lot of people doing no prep consistently with Hondas. Like, you see some street racers like go out, and, you know, like, you know, street race sometimes, but he goes to, you know, street races all the time.
Consistent.
And it's just like consistent doing.
What kind of
like,
cars you got? I don't think I've ever heard.
A B series all-wheel drive.
What shell?
In an EG hatch.
EG hatch.
Yep. So, definitely look him. No.
Oh, B series.
Yeah, B series.
Sorry,
definitely
sorry.
look him.
My fault.
Definitely look into him.
Stupid Fast Asian.
Yeah,
I gotta look him
like,
up. Definitely.
He's. I don't know. There's nobody. There's not a lot of people that have gotten a handle on, you know, going like street racing a lot, and I feel like the king of the, like, I can say. There's not a lot of people.
It's a
that,
hard question, right?
Yeah. There's not a lot of people that, like, actually. I mean, he street races and does no prep, so that's
like, there's names out there, but I don't think there's anybody who's like a king. You know what I mean? Like, who's top.
like,
But I think that's vacant. I think it's a vacant title.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like,
For the taking, if somebody wants to really put in the work and.
yeah, because there's not somebody out there that goes out there
Like
and
Alexa
is
45, but he was out all the time.
Yeah,
Cartoon,
exactly.
he was out all the time.
Yep.
Fat Boy had a
Yep.
10-0. You know,
Yeah.
there is people out there doing it,
Yeah.
but then they fall off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody who's been doing it since day one, still doing it now.
Yep.
That's a king to me.
Yeah. And like I said, I can't really think of him a lot of.
Nah, it's a tough question.
Nah, I mean, there's fast guys out there.
Yeah.
There's fast guys, but they only come out sometimes.
Mm.
Like Los Broke, that's my guy. You know, that's my guy. I love his car.
Mm-hmm.
I love his
Mad
team.
tuner, right?
Yes, I love his team. And, you know, it's just, you know, that the car comes out sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like
Privilege.
I would love to, you know, be like, yo, Los has the fastest street car, like right now, fastest Honda street car, because it is. I feel like it's that car. I haven't seen a car make a faster pass on the street, like all-wheel drive. So, and that car probably almost went 7s on the street. So I don't think anybody's
Pouring or no pouring?
I don't think I don't know if there was prep or not. I don't think so, but I think, like, that's the thing is there hasn't been anybody that's done that.
7 on the street.
Yeah, it hasn't been really anybody that's like.
So he's
going
doing
fast.
190 mile an hour up there, right?
Yeah.
More.
Nah, I would say like he's definitely in 180s, mid 180s on the street in a little hatch.
Fourth gear though, right? He's still 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, and there is only that one race that when he raced the Mustang, and the Mustang I think got to leave, and he just waited like 5 seconds,
See you later.
and then just left him. That was a fast pass, like, and I really haven't seen another car make a faster pass on the street, except like having super fast Asian, but he races 8th mile, and I mean it's kind of like no prep in the street, but it's definitely street racing that what kind of no prep that he does.
There's another guy I've been looking at. I wanted to ask you, RPT Creations.
Oh man, RPT.
The Honda Bishi.
Yes, that's Honda
So
used to
anybody that
cost-
doesn't know, that's an EG hatch.
Yeah.
With an Evo, was it Evo 06, Evo 8 motor?
Yeah, 4G63.
Same shit all the way through, right?
Yeah.
All-wheel drive Evo motor
Yo.
in a fucking EG. So
He's very creative. He's very creative, you know.
so he's got a beautiful trailer, got all this setup, and he's out there.
Yeah, and
See him in one stock fucking.
now, like RPTs, are, like if the weather wasn't so messed up, like he'd be outside. Like he's ready.
And for a car like that,
he wants to. He's like.
I think he could be that.
He's
what we're
one of the
talking
people.
about,
He's one of the people come from the title. You know, like he's like.
So one stock as well. Like him and one stock are going neck and neck. Have you seen it? Lately?
Yeah, that's.
Do you think that already has anything for that car?
I feel like they're both on the same, you know, capabilities. I feel like RPT sells a lot less more than Tank though. You know, for.
Is he still changing gears?
No. What do you? Yeah, exactly. Like one of the things is like at the Audi is not.
It's automatic.
It's automatic. It's a different. It's a
like
different
I love one
race.
stock. Those great stuff. He's
It's a different
kid.
race.
He's got a fucking
Exactly.
big following. He's doing great things. But automatic cars are style. You don't get no credit from me for racing automatic. Car. Your car's 900 horsepower. It's a rocket ship. God bless you, but it's automatic.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not throwing gears.
You know that's.
When you got a clutch and a gear stick, it's a big fucking difference. You know, in Ireland, if you want to drive an automatic car, you have to get an automatic license.
Oh,
they don't let you drive a manual. So you have to know how to drive a manual before they'll even let you drive one. But that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because a manual car and an automatic car is night and day.
Yeah.
It's not even close to the same fucking animal. You know, it's like a lion and a cat. You know what I mean? They might look a wee bit the same, but they're fucking completely different animals.
Yeah, and you know, to have RPT, you know, you see his late post where he's out at the strip waiting for everybody. You know, like, hey, what's up?
I love that he went different though. He didn't go K series. He did the fucking Evo.
Yeah. And I mean,
you said it's creative.
The way I look at it is, I feel like the 4G63 and you know, like K series platform, they're not too far off of each other.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Honda and Mitsubishi have always been competitors.
We'll be honest. You know, K series, you know, went faster than the 4G63 right now.
They make better power, I guess, as well.
Either way, you know,
easier
with rear-wheel drive, the K series that went 5 seconds. You know, what's it called? All those all-wheel drive cars that have been 7s. You know, Robert Maps on 7s.
God bless him.
Well, God bless Robert Maps.
Yeah.
You know,
rest in peace.
Yep, first 7.
I never got to meet him, but he was good friends with Charlie too. 45.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was, you know,
he told me
the
about
man.
him.
He was the man. Rob was the man. So, like, you know, and
he was big. He got hit on a motorcycle. Is that right?
Yeah, man.
Bikes, man. I don't do bikes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I love bikes. I think they're class. You know what I mean? I fucking takes big balls to ride them and all. But you're the best driver in the world. Somebody pulls you in front of you.
Yep, and that's.
Doesn't matter how good you are.
That's one of the things I've always.
And he was a real driver, right?
Yep, and that's the thing. Like I don't know, man. That just. It's crazy how life is, man. To see somebody like that go, that really definitely opened my eyes. Like, you know, because he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And he just
family and all too, right?
Yeah,
kids, wife.
Yeah, he just posted on Instagram. And I followed his Instagram like closely because he was like, you know, one of the kings out there.
He did it all too. He's a tuner, builder, driver.
He was one of the kings, you know, of this Honda shit. You know, like I said, he was the first to put the Honda K series into the 7 seconds on front wheel drive. You know, so
you can't take that away from him.
Nope. So, like the platform has really taken off. Like Shinsen, you know, having K series go 7s now, like it's gonna get and like that's what people say is that you know the K series has yet to shine completely yet. So I guess we're gonna see in the next in a couple of years what really, you know, if the B series can hold on to the K.
Well, it's getting the parts for the Bs. You can't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what's going to kill it. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because the Ks are so new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing is like they're still learning the K series. You know, K series engine completely.
I love Bs, but I know. You know, I know in my heart, but I still always say B series.
But the thing is,
that's like
the
look of it.
I feel like right now, you know, for me, like I would build the B series.
Just the noise that. You don't get that from a K, you know what I mean?
Just because, you know, it's, I don't know, there's consistent to me, you know,
you know them.
Yeah.
It's what you grew up with.
Yeah,
It's what
exactly.
it's like. It's the nostalgia when you see a B series. Well,
Yeah,
I love K's, but it's like oh, it's really new to me. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like an electric motor or something. You know, you're looking at it like, what the fuck
you
is
know,
that? You know
you want to have a slew of cars. You want to have B series and K series. You know, you want to have two different cars.
Bro, I would love to build a rear wheel drive K series.
Yeah, man.
Just like a drift car.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be my.
You know, K series,
Because you can all day long, and you don't have to. If you do it all motor.
Yep. Very like that's the thing. K series stock are just they're good.
Over
you know,
200 horse. You know?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is for B series and K series, like they're still learning K series, so
they haven't got the max out of them yet, right?
Exactly. So
I see people trying to put two of them together. You see that?
Oh my, yeah, they're
to make a V.
Neutron engines is trying to make a like a V8
K. What is it?
K48.
K40. I was saying, what the fuck?
And he's getting closer and closer to you know.
That's gonna be nice. And then what do they say about displacement then once we have fucking two of them together? You know?
That thing's gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound like a rotary. Like,
because the J swaps sound nice. I like them.
Yeah. I mean, and,
you seen that CRV I posted?
I've seen a lot of J's coming back right now, so it's nice. It's nice
different, right?
Yeah.
Different. Like when I was a kid, the big one was the fucking back home was Type R Accord, you know, the H22, you know, and it's Type R Accord and then the Prelude. Yep. So everyone wanted, because everybody used to say a 1600, 1800 wasn't big enough. That was back in the day. You know, you need a big motor, You know, so everybody was getting rid of them, putting 22s in, thinking, I got the big motor there. But no, fucking 1600s, 1800 blowing them shits out the water.
Yep. And I mean, you know, HCs are still, you know, still trying to shine right now, but and you know the only person that's really pushing the H series platform.
There's one on the top 10 I see, right?
There's two people that I really know of, and that's Aaron Lopez with he has an H series, and it's all-wheel drive, and then you have Jamie Davila. He has a front-wheel drive H series, and I don't know if he's gonna go B series with his next creation, but. He has a car at Tom Energy Techs. So when you have a car,
they've been around forever too, right?
When you have a car at Tom's, you just know that car is going fast. Like simple as that. Like Tom is like you said, an OG in the industry. Like he built Sean Ramey's car. And Sean
Racing.
Yeah, Sean was the first 7-second B series, first 7-second Honda front wheel drive. So like it was like awesome. Like, because that car was built right. Yeah. Like, Tom built Speed Factory's new car, too. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Tom.
Speed Factory, did they, come out of nowhere? They've been around for a long time?
Speed Factory has always been around. Yeah, I mean, when I first got into
they're really big lately, right?
Yeah, it was Cole Mormon.
He was Speed Factory, Intercooler America.
Yeah, Speed Factory, like...
Real jewelry, when you see it, you're like,
they were actually at E-Town when I first met them. When I first got introduced to Speed Factory, they were at E-Town, and then I got to watch them at World Cup, and they were just always trying to push the limits and go faster and faster. See what the Honda platform was really, really capable of, and they're the people that really are pushing. The limits of the Honda platform. They always have, and to see them where they're at now is awesome. I have.
They're doing raffles now as well, right?
I have the.
You got the back of that shit. Sick, right?
Like they're. I don't know. They're pretty much.
Seen the hoodie too. I was actually gonna get the hoodie as well. The fucking.
They're pretty much like
sick looking.
I don't know, the top in the Honda industry.
Yeah,
Speed Factory. They're the most professional in the industry that we have too. Like,
even their page, you see when they post stuff.
That's Sam. That's Sam.
Yo, you see how well
that's Sam. That is.
I know
Sam
stuff
Piva.
like that. A lot of people might not know.
One person.
You see the graphics in there.
That's one person. That's one person. That's Sam Piva.
I know.
That's my that is he's my man.
It's like
his artwork.
It's like an old school '90s fucking.
That's exactly what he wants to bring.
I don't know.
Aesthetic.
So good.
he knows exactly. He knows
It's like
exactly.
the old touring car graphics or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's unreal.
Yeah, he's legit, man. Like, and I'm glad that like he reaches out to me and stuff like that, and wants to work with me always. Like, he actually got one of my pictures. He hit me up and asked me for a picture, for D Sport magazine. So, and it actually I think it didn't get put in the magazine, but it got put in one of the calendars that they have. So it's like cool, like all right, cool, Sam. Like I appreciate that. You know, I never had like D Sport hit me up or anything.
Yep.
So for
That's
one
big
of my
shit,
pictures,
man.
yeah. So
speaking of your pictures, probably wrap us up to the fucking freeze. What about you?
yeah,
Your fucking feet are like
yeah,
bricks.
I know. I'm like,
The reason I brought
I gotta warm up soon.
Yo,
and go
it's
work out with
fucking
Coco.
my poor wife sitting over there, fucking God bless
gotta
her,
go.
the real MVP in the corner.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the reason why I brought you up with your pictures was the first time you shared my stuff on Instagram. I was like, fucking hell, mama, I made it Honda Center. I'm like, and then you kept sharing stuff. I was talking to you on Instagram, and then you came up to me at fucking Echo, and you were like, yo, I'm Kendrick, nice to meet you. And I'm like, holy shit, this man's fucking. And I said to you that day, you took a picture of my car and you sent it to me. And I said, the next time I see you, I'm going to get that picture printed and you're going to autograph it for me.
Hell yeah.
So I got it for you.
Oh man, let's
I
go.
want you to autograph it and it's going to go on the wall.
Let's go.
Look, so this is the picture Kendrick took for me. So
This is awesome.
I want you to autograph it. You can either autograph the picture or on the white part, whatever you want. I'm going to open it up for you.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, so. You're a fucking gentleman, Kendrick. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Nah, but I remember I said that and you was probably like, this guy's fucking crazy. But
Let's go. Let's go.
I was like, I gotta get this man's autograph. Especially now because you're only going to the top, so I gotta get it
That's
before you
it,
fucking
man.
get
That's
there.
the only place. That's the only place to think about, man.
Yeah.
The top. That's the only way to put it.
You know what I wanted to ask you too as well before we're over? The guy Brian, Eat Sleep Rich, you know him?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much.
Yeah, I wear a lot of his stuff too.
Yeah, pretty much like that is my man, and he really does trust and believe in the Honda Center and automotive racing productions and what we're gonna produce, you know, coming in the near future. Like
He does.
there's so much what we're gonna be doing.
So I love his store online.
Oh my god,
All the
he's
stuff for kids.
That's the
and-
thing. When I first got into it, like when I went to E-Town, I really got to meet Eat Sleep Race and see what they're about. And ever since then,
You're like a fat one or a skinny one?
wow.
I got you both. Kendrick, you're a gentleman. Thank you so much. See the back of his shirt too. Shut the fuck up and lock in. That shit's sick. APR.
Let's go, man.
Kendrick, you're a gentleman.
Let's go. I appreciate it. Like, that's awesome.
Thank you. It's going right up there, right on top with the rest.
Let's go.
I'm official now. There we go. Got my signature.
There's
Get
gonna
that
be more
shit
of those.
framed up.
There's gonna be more pictures of those because
So
we still got work to do. We still got more
Kendrick,
work
I
to
can't
do.
thank you enough. You fucking came all the way out here,
Oh,
all the
yeah,
way
man.
down from upstate
Oh, yeah,
New York.
We're just getting started with this, you know. I want to come down more and
I want to check in with you again too.
Yeah,
Maybe in 6
yeah.
months to a year, you come back on. We'll
Yeah.
fucking see how you did.
Yeah,
How the
exactly.
flowers blooming.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Like I said, there's a lot coming in the near future. You know, for the Honda Center Automotive Racing Productions. You know, there's like you just gotta envision stuff and make it happen, and that's what I'm gonna do. Like I already have visions in my head, and I'm not gonna stop. Like I see the future in our industry, and I wanna.
We need people like you, man.
Yeah, I want to bring as much following and livelihood.
The appreciation you bring
Yeah,
too for the
yeah.
builders and,
Yep.
and the people who are out there doing it. You know?
Yep, I just want to keep
Shine the
bringing
light.
that. Yep, I just want to keep shining a light where it's due, and that's what I want to do. I want to give credit to where it's due, and there's people out there that are haters, and they're
Fuck 'em all.
Yep, yep, they're doing wrong, and they know who they are. They
Yep.
know who they are.
Yep.
Because you every day you wake up, you look in the mirror, and you know who you are, and like
It's all about what you put in, right?
Yep, but I will not, I know those people do, and, knowing that, they could be good people, they still end up being bad people. I know who those people are, and that's why I won't, give them respect, but, that's pretty much, what I've been realizing lately is that, I gotta understand who to, to support, and, that's one of the things like that I've realized. You know, one of the things now is I get to show support on a big platform. You know, I get to support
It's not
those.
just a regular, you know,
Yeah,
90,000 people looking at your shit.
Yeah, I get to support, you know, the people that really put the effort in, and I really see it because I've been in this for like 10 years now, and you know, I've got to learn, you know, just meeting people, seeing their builds, like, you know, there's a lot of work that gets put into this stuff, like, you know, there's long nights, long hours, and like to see, like, even your car, like your car is
Came a long way since I got it, man.
beautiful. Like, it's not like, you know, there's like even the from the ball joints and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like, there's so much work that has to get put into just changing a ball joint, you know, and to see how much effort it takes to, you know, make these cars go fast. It's really important to know who's actually putting the work in to make these cars go fast, you know, who's actually turning wrenches and, you know, actually putting the work in to see, like, people grow and stuff like that. So I always support those guys, you know. I know who's who, you know. So
we appreciate you, man.
yeah, so that's why, like, you know, on my posts and stuff like that, like, I try to share who I know is doing the right thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and that's all you'll ever get from me. I'm always just trying to be the media people that spread the real news.
You're an unbiased platform. You're just fucking spreading the love for the Hondas.
Yeah, just trying to spread the, you know, the right thing, you know. I really do get to see the people who build the correct builds and, you know, put on for a Honda platform, and I always do because I don't want us to be looked at as racers, you know. Like,
fuck that shit.
Yeah, and we've always been
known as that.
Yeah, racers and stuff like that. We're not. That's not it.
We're fucking engineers, man. We put hard work into this shit.
That's it. It's not no more. We're not gonna be dealing with that no more.
Professionals.
Yep, we're not gonna be dealing with that no more. And from now on, like, that's it. Like, that's what I start. Like, last year when I got back, like, that was my thing. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, people get more respect in the Honda industry. And it has, like, over the past year, like, the Honda Center has grown so much, you know, gotten more of a solid fan base and having, you know, like, people, you know.
It's the consistency you're posting. It's, you know, it's the way you treat people. You know?
And just wait on it. Wait on it. It's only
not even getting started. The ball hasn't even started rolling.
Yeah, it's only going to get realer, you know. And it's February now, so, you know, we're in the cold.
And wait, tell the people you're about to go now to get your balls broke by Built to Win, right?
Oh yeah, Built to Win is always
our boy Big Slick. He's going to the gym with him.
Yup, that's definitely
the baddest. And I got a red hatch, but he's got the baddest red EK.
Yeah, I mean his EK is you know,
if not the world, if not fucking that thing is.
Well, I mean yours is a beast.
His was B one stage. He started with the B and anyway.
It was, but he was like, oh, I'll take the easy route and go K series because it's not easy to go B series.
It's not, man.
I mean,
parts are hard
drive,
to get,
you know. Yeah. So he did what he had to do, but I mean,
no, he's phenomenal, man. Even so much of my car he's helped me with. He's given me parts for her CRV. He's fucking anything I ever need.
Yeah, he's a good guy, you know.
Not many people left like him.
Nah,
dying breed.
Yup. And that's why I'm going to work out with him.
And the man's an animal, so
this guy's the beast. Like I said.
Yo, you are a good match. There's two animals together. You're gonna fucking pull down the house over there.
Yup. Well, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a good day. Like, I'm glad to start it out with this podcast. You know, I'm really like, I really do believe in you. Like, this is definitely gonna, you know, this is definitely.
Yo, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I have no fucking idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just fucking winging it, and hopefully, I don't care where it goes. I don't care how big it gets, or if it gets big or not. What I really care is I just want to meet people.
Nah, you will, man. Like. And, like, just in the Northeast, it needs, you know, like I said, we have characters out here.
Yeah, man, I want to bring them all on.
Yeah, you know? So they're not being shown. So, you know, having this is really important. So, it's good.
We gotta get Cunha and Ricky. You boys are next. I'm coming for you.
Yeah,
I'm coming for you. You gotta come on, have a laugh.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Me too, man. I'd like to get to know them as well because I don't really know them. I only spoke to them business. You know, I talked.
You remember in the tri-state area, they were back in the day. you know, the Hondas that
they're
were in the
fucking-
tri-state.
They're celebrities in this world.
Yeah, in the tri-state area, yo, they were literally
And they
the Honda
fucking
guys.
built two of my cars, so.
Yeah, exactly.
CLM Motorsports, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing in the tri-state area.
Well, the
That's where
first
we're
time
in.
I did a pull in my car after it, I was like, holy fuck. Like that video I posted, that was genuine. That was the first pull. I was calling up the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah.
And at the end, like, I'm like, thank you, CLM. I was like, holy fuck, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the red Recaros had a damn patch, you know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like,
they're good people, man. They did the right thing.
Yep, and I'm glad that they're pretty much what really got me into drag racing. You know, you know, having the red beast and like that was.
They
really,
fueled the fire.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm thankful for them. You know, because they were professionals, so I got to follow professional, you know, racers. You know, so
The professionals.
Yeah, the professionals. You know, so.
They set the way for a lot of people.
Yep. So for me, like even to bring on a platform, you know, I was like, I gotta bring a professional platform to the industry, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. You know, just trying to be the most professional media, like Honda people that we got out there. You know,
You are, man.
Yeah.
You're him.
Yeah.
Keep doing you, man.
Yeah,
I'm super
of
proud of
course.
you. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Just you know, just follow the.
I've been privileged since the day you walked up to me, so.
Man. It's
fucking
great.
gentleman.
Like I said, this is gonna take off, man. Like
Thanks,
this
bro.
is awesome. You know,
We'll see what happens.
Like the
Hopefully, we'll
setup.
see what the future holds for the Street
I like
King.
the setup. The setup is awesome. You know,
Man.
gonna have some you know, cool people on here.
Yeah.
Like I said, the tri-state area has a lot of characters, and you know, this isn't like far out the way. Like it shouldn't be a problem for people to come here.
So I'm gonna try, and people, I want to try and do it in studio for now. Eventually, I want to get more cameras, want to get better equipment. You know, we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? But for now, I feel like we'll
keep going, man. That's it. Just gotta.
you
You see the vision?
I got people like you support me.
Of course,
I got no problem.
Of course, man. Like I'm gonna.
Fat Boy came. Fat Boy was number one. He came
Fat Boy, and you know he's like,
killing it out there.
Yep. He made a name for himself, and that's it.
You must see the next chapter when this next car comes out, and now the next car is clean. You know what I mean? They're no more ugly. You know what I mean?
This year is gonna be crazy. This year for Mexico,
cars everywhere.
Mexico is gonna be nuts.
Yo.
And I'll be there. I'll be in Mexico.
Hondacenter's got you all covered.
I'll be in Mexico.
Stay there the fuck in.
Yes, we will be outside in the streets in Mexico, and I will be recording. You gonna be there this year too?
I
already know it. I already know it. I'll get some.
April 1st as well. I'm going fucking Spring Nationals. I think is up first. Yeah. So I'll be back to the track. You know,
yes.
All
and that's awesome that you do street to track.
Yeah.
So
I want to do both, man. The track, like I talked the last time as well, like the feeling when you're at the tracks, it's a whole different ball.
Yeah.
You know, you're on the street, you almost feel like you shouldn't be doing it. You know, you feel like a bit of a
exactly.
scumbag. Even though it's, I mean, I love it, like, but you do feel, you know, I'm 32 now, you know, you're like, should I still be doing this shit? But you love it, you know what I mean? You know, but when you're at the track, you're a professional then. You're somebody, you know what I mean? You got your fire suit on, you got your fucking suit on, you know what I mean? You're fucking... that little kid in you is saying, holy shit.
Yep, 100%, man, 100%.
So I can't wait to see you there, man.
Well, yep. Like this year is going to be crazy. I'm going to try to go to as many events as I can. You know, and having more and more people support the Honda Center is allowing me to like be able to do so. So, and that's what I want to bring. I just want to go and show as many Hondas out as I can. You know, take as many videos, pictures, and you know, just keep sharing content. And you know, sometimes I hold on to some content, and then I'll do some
you have
comebacks
to. You have to.
So you know, for
that's
the
your
people,
own thought process. That's what makes your channel yours.
Exactly. So for the people that you know ask for your pictures and you know I haven't gave them to you. Don't worry, there's possibly a day that I'll give them to you, so don't worry.
There you go, you heard it here first.
I still
you take them out hostage, you'll get them eventually.
I'm sorry, but I'll give them to you.
It's tough though when you got so many, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I have hundreds of thousands of pictures.
Hundreds of
thousands. Like, I've been shooting for like 8 years now, you know, so definitely.
Get you a bigger fucking laptop.
Yeah.
Well, let's get you on the road and get you on a big slick Nick.
Alright, man. Well,
thank you so much, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate you
awesome,
again.
man.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Kendrick Duvall from the Honda Center, the baddest Honda platform on the World Wide Web. Thanks again, everybody. Stay dialed in for episode 003. Yo, yo, yo.